What is up, roofing community? It's your boy Bizzle. Just heading out today, man. I'm doing some check picking up and some check dropping off and doing all that fun stuff today. So just wanted to touch base with y'all. Had a couple people reach out to me about motivation and how am I motivated to go knock the doors, you know, so on and so forth. First and foremost, I set myself a goal for the day on knocking doors. I think you can do that for knocking doors. For closing deals, it's a little different story. I don't like for people to set goals for closing deals. Like, I'm going to go get 6 today. And you go get 4 and you're disappointed. You know what I mean? But for knocking doors, I'm okay doing that. So what I like to do is I'm going to go get 5 leads a day, or I'm going to go get 6 leads a day, or I'm going to go get 10 leads a day. Whatever the number is, depending on where I am, I'm going to go get that amount of leads. And then at the end of the day, you know, I feel accomplished, and that's just the way I can trick myself into doing it. Is I'm going to set a number. Yesterday I got done by 12:30, so I mean, it just depends. So, but motivation-wise, you know, for me, after leaving my bar biz, some of y'all may or may not know my story, but I was in the bar business and we were doing fairly well, and I had to leave, or I wanted to leave. My mom was sick, so I wanted to move to the Gulf Coast. Came down here, didn't really know anybody or anything. Long story short, got in the roofing business. But during that time, took on an extreme amount of debt, just trying to stay alive down here. And even the first little while in the roofing business, you know how it is. You know, you just accrue a lot of debt. And so whenever you're in debt, mentally, you start to break down. You start to think crazy stuff like, is it worth it? Am I worth it? Am I somebody that should be doing this? Am I, you know, all those questions that y'all are going through. I went through the same exact thing. But this industry saved my life. Roofing, Grant Rocket, Bo at Apex, a lot of mentors, Brandon up in Alabama Roofing, you know, people talk that I were able to talk to, Sean Meredith, watching videos of Deshaun, the roof hustler, over and over again, Becca Switzer. All these people helped me pull out of that hole and get my chest back up, because at 27, I had a $2 million bar, right? I was what some would say from the outside looking in, successful. And when I moved down here, I kind of lost everything. So while I'm doing all of that, I am constantly thinking about what can I do to make the amount of money that I want to make, to be happy, so on and so forth. Found roofing, and then from there, obviously, we all know that this is way more lucrative than what it should be. So, able to get myself out of a pretty significant hole. I had a huge draw with the company I was with. Got a message today that one was down to like $2,000. It was like $160 at one point in time. So, you know, just did a lot of stuff. And so for me, roofing saved my life. And I know that is going to shock some of y'all, but it really did. It saved my life in a sense that I was thinking some pretty bad stuff there when I got in a hole, when I got in some deep depression. I was thinking some pretty bad stuff. So for me, it's not that hard to motivate me to knock a door, because it's saving my life. I should look at my health that same way, right? I mean, absolutely. Let's call it out. I'm a fat guy. I should look at my health the same way. I should be going to Planet Fitness every single morning. I got the card right here on my car. I should look at it the same way, right? So let's call a spade a spade. But the way that I look at roofing is that it saved my life. And it did, mentally, financially, relationship-wise. Kim and I went through a hard time while I was broke. So, I think, having said that, the challenge to me is, you know, a lot of people have a why you're doing this. You do it for your family, you do it because you want a better life, you do it for whatever. Whomever you're doing it for, whether it be your child or maybe your spouse or yourself, if that person was very, very sick and you knew that there was a doctor out there that had the prescription to save their life, when would you stop knocking doors? At what point in time would you stop knocking doors and just give up and not go find the next doctor. You wouldn't. You absolutely would not stop until you found the doctor that had the cure to save your loved one or yourself or a family member. So I implore you to think the same way about this business. When you go knock a few doors and you get a few no's, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're out there saving your life. You're out there finding doors to hit to go accomplish your dreams and to not put yourself in a bad mental state. You're saving yourself at the end of the day. I know that's super deep and I don't do a lot of deep stuff, but today it put something put on me, you know, after talking to a lot of people here lately. And feel free to reach out to me. I don't mind if, you know, I'll talk to you. I'm not wanting to make a whole bunch of money. I want to make a whole bunch of millionaires, right? And so for me, understanding that behind every door, I was getting a little bit of my life back. So it wasn't hard for me to motivate myself to get up and knock doors. But as you become more and more successful, those whys and those wants and those needs are constantly evolving and constantly changing. So as they constantly evolve and constantly change, just understand you have to evolve and you have to change with it. So I love you guys, man. This industry is amazing. It will absolutely change your life. I hope this video is super long. I apologize. I just wanted to get across to you guys how passionate I am about the roofing business, how passionate I am about knocking doors, and if you can just get a little bit of that excitement from me into your business, then you're going to be one step closer to being successful in this thing. So love you guys. Talk to y'all soon. Holla.